Today our topic is layout managers, and myself I am Srinivasarao Tottempudi, working as assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SRKR Engineering College, Bhimavaram. Coming to the objective, the main objective of this lecture is to learn about different types of layout managers in AWT. So before going to the concept layout managers, first we will see what is the need of using layout managers in AWT. I will explain the concept, I will explain the need of layout managers concept with the following example. In this example I have created a frame with the name login.java. This is frame, and I have created 5 components. 2 components are labels, first one is username and second one is password, and 2 components are text fields, and last component is button. But I didn't mention any layout manager. So by default all the components are overlapped with last added component if we didn't mention any layout manager. So here the last added component is button, so all the remaining components are overlapped with the last added component button. That means only the login button is displayed on the frame. That is the problem with without adding layout managers in our frame. So in order to overcome that problem, we need to use the concept layout managers. So the main purpose of using layout managers is to arrange the components in a particular manner. So without using layout managers, all the components are overlapped with last added component, and only last added component is displayed on the frame. So to overcome that problem, we need to use one concept that is known as layout managers. That is why we go for the concept layout managers. Coming to our topic, layout managers. What is layout manager? It is used to arrange the components in a particular manner. So in order to arrange our components in a particular manner, we need to use the concept layout manager. So layout manager is an interface. It is an interface. So in order to provide implementation for the layout manager interface, we need to use various layout manager classes. So it is an interface that is implemented by all classes of layout managers. So we use various classes of layout managers. Using those classes we can able to implement the interface layout manager. Coming to types of layout managers, there are 6 layouts available in AWT. They are border layout, grid layout, flow layout, card layout, grid bag layout, and box layout. We will see one by one in detail. Coming to the first one, border layout. The name indicates that the border layout is a layout. It contains 5 borders. So the border layout is used to arrange the components in 5 regions, that is north, south, east, west, and center. So the border layout contains these 5 regions. So we can arrange our components in these 5 regions. So each region may contain one component only. So each region at each region we may able to place only one component. It is the default layout of frame or window. So the if you mention the layout or not, the by default layout manager is border layout for frame or for window. It provides 5 constants for each region. So in order to arrange the components in 5 regions, we need to use 5 constants for each region. For example, I want to arrange the component in the north region. I need to use one constant to arrange that component in north region. Coming to the constants of 5 regions. So the border layout provides 5 constants for each region. They are public static final int north, public static final int south, public static final int east, public static final int west, public static final int center. So in order to arrange the components in 5 regions, there are 5 constants available. So in order to add the component in the north region, we need to use the constant public static final int north. Similarly, in order to add our component in the south region, we need to use this constant. In order to add the component in east region, we need to use the constant public static final int. Likewise, we need to use 5 constants to place the component in 5 regions. Coming to the constructors, here border layout is one constructor. It is a default constructor. Why we can say that it is default is it doesn't contain any parameters. So this default constructor border layout is used to create a border layout but with no gaps between the components. That means it creates a border layout with 5 regions, but there are no gaps between the components. Coming to the next layout, grid layout, it is used to arrange the components in a rectangular grid. That means in order to arrange our components in a rectangular manner, we need to use the layout manager, that is grid layout. Only one component is displayed in the each rectangle. That means we can add only one component at each rectangle. Coming to the constructors, grid layout manager having 3 constructors. There are 3 constructors. First go for default constructor, grid layout. It creates a grid layout with one column per component in a row. That means that it creates a grid layout but with only one column per a component in a row. Coming to the next one, grid layout, in brackets we have 2 parameters. That means it is a parameterized constructor. First parameter is rows and next parameter is columns. So when we use this constructor, it creates a grid layout with the given rows and columns but no gaps between the components. That means in order to create a grid layout with the specified rows and columns, we need to use this constructor, but it doesn't contain any gaps between the components. Coming to the third one, grid layout of int rows, int columns, int h gap and int v gap. So using this constructor, we can able to create a grid layout with the given specified rows and columns, and we can able to specify the horizontal gap and vertical gap between the components. Coming to the next layout, flow layout. It is used to arrange the components in a line one after another. So in order to arrange the components in one after another, that means in a line, we need to use one layout manager, that is flow layout. It is the default layout of applet or panel. So whether we mentioned or not, the by default layout in the applet or in the panel is flow layout. Coming to the fields of flow layout. So in order to arrange the components in a particular place, we need to use following 5 fields. First one is public static final int left. That means this constant is used to arrange the component from the left. In order to arrange the components from the right, we need to use the constant right. In order to add the component in the center, we need to use the constant center. So public static final int leading, that means that we can arrange the components in a leading manner. Public static final int trailing means that we can add the components in a trailing manner. Coming to the constructors of flow layout. The flow layout manager contains 3 constructors. First one is a default constructor. When we use this constructor, we can able to create a flow layout with centered alignment and a default 5 unit horizontal and vertical gap. That means that when we use this constructor, we can able to create a flow layout. By default alignment is center alignment. So whether we mentioned it or not, the by default alignment of flow layout is center, and default vertical and horizontal gap is 5 units. Coming to the next constructor, it is having only one parameter. It creates a flow layout with the given alignment. That means here we can specify the alignment either left, right, trailing, leading or center. So by default is center. If we specify the alignment is left, then all the components are arranged from the left onwards in the line. So here also the by default horizontal vertical gap is 5 units. Why? Because here we didn't mention any gap. Coming to the third one, flow layout of int align, int h gap, int v gap. That means that we can able to create a flow layout with our given alignment, but here we can also specify the horizontal gap and vertical gap between the components by using H gap and V gap. Coming to the next layout, card layout. The card layout class manages the component in such a manner that only one component is visible at a time. So using card layout we can able to arrange the components, but only one component is visible at a time. This card layout is look like say a book. So in the book all the pages are we can open each and every page, but at a time we can able to open only one page. In the similar manner the card layout is worked. So it treats each component as a card. In the card layout it treats each component as a card. We can able to see, or we can able to visible only one component at a time in the card manner. Coming to the constructors, here we have two constructors. So one is a default constructor and another one is a parameterized constructor. Card layout, when we use the default constructor card layout, it creates a card layout with 0 horizontal and 0 vertical gap between the components. When we use the second constructor card layout of int h gap comma int v gap, it creates a card layout with the given horizontal gap and with the given vertical gap. Coming to the next one, grid bag layout. The grid bag layout class is used to align the components vertically, horizontally or along their baseline. So in order to add the components either in vertical manner or in horizontal manner or along their baseline, we need to use one layout manager, that is a grid bag layout. So each grid bag layout object maintains a dynamic rectangular grid of cells. That means that each rectangular grid contains that means that each object contains a dynamic rectangular grid containing various cells. Each component occupies one or more cells known as its display area. So each component occupies one or more cells. Each cell is known as display area. Coming to the last one, box layout. The box layout is used to arrange the components either vertically or horizontally. Like the grid bag layout, we can arrange the components either vertically or horizontally by using the layout manager box layout. For this purpose it provides 4 constants. They are public static final int x axis, y axis, line a axis, page a axis. That means that we can able to fix, or we can able to arrange the components in specified x axis or y axis, line axis or page axis by using these 4 constants. Coming to the constructor, box layout of container space C, where container is a class and C is a object, comma int comma axis. So we can able to specify the axis by using the field, by using the variable axis. When we use this constructor, it creates a box layout with that arranges the components with the given axis. So if we specify the axis is x axis, then the component is added in the x axis. If we specify the axis as y axis, then the component is added in the y axis. Thank you.